Hey guys, another update for our build. As promised, we'll keep you updated as we go. So now what we've done is we've pulled the two cars apart. Both engines are out, so now we're doing the swap over. There's quite a few things that must happen still. We've got to change the sump on the engine, otherwise the Hellcat sump sits in the front where the oil pickup is, and that'll touch the diff, so we've got to move that to the back. There's also a couple of other changes like I explained in one of the other videos. The cross member on the Jeep's got to move, and we've also got to move the steering box. So there's quite a bit happening, and we'll be posting videos showing all of these changes so that you can see what we do. So follow us guys and enjoy the videos.
How's it guys? This is my Jeep Wrangler. Bought it around about 3 years ago. It's my baby and I'll never sell this vehicle. This vehicle is going to go to my little boy Emiliano one day when I'm not here. What made me to change the motor and gearbox? I broke the gearbox. I went over a speed hump and I had a little bit too much power on the wheels. Broke the gearbox. I phoned Thinus up. I asked Thinus if he had a new gearbox. Thinus said, nah, must put an 8-speed. And in that whole process of trying to find an 8-speed gearbox, we saw a track walk that was rolled in Johannesburg. So I told Thinus that let's try get that track walk for a good price and see what we can do. So here we are. We got the track walk that was rolled. We've taken the motor out, the gearbox out, well, US Trucks has, and we're going to put it in my Beast. Used to be called Beast, now it's BOSSCAT, and the reason for BOSSCAT is because it's a Hellcat motor that's going in here, and it's going to be a Boss cab. Yeah, this thing is, I can't wait. I'm getting excited. I actually took a drive down to Richards Bay today to come and have a look at it in person. Yeah, I'm like a little boy waiting for his toy, and it's going to be exciting and it's going to be wild. So yeah, when I bought this car, I bought it from Mystic Cars in Ballito, from a good friend of mine, Fani, van Rensburg, and it had the normal standard motor, which was the 3.6 litre. In my opinion, it's actually a pathetic motor, heavy on fuel, no power. So the car had high mileage, and the whole purpose about getting the car, I got it for a very good price because it had high mileage, and I got hold of US Trucks, Thinus, and asked Thinus how much would it cost to put a 5.7 in, and at that time we were going to put a 5.7, and somehow I needed more power, I wanted more power, and Thinus convinced me to put a 6.4. So we land up, we actually traded my motor, Thinus traded my motor in, and we got 6.4 from Dodge, that the guy was actually upgrading to a Hellcat motor, and we put the 6.4 in. Here I am now, taking my 6.4 out and putting the Hellcat motor in mine. This is the supercharger here. This is what makes the power, and this is what I like looking at. And this is the motor, of course, 6.2 litre with the 8-speed auto. Ooh.
This is Bongmosa Commander from US Trucks. We just take out this engine now. We're gonna do the mounting now. We're checking this sump is not the same as that one. So we want to see how we're gonna take out this one and change it to face the side.
I just want to know. I'm trying to get a time frame of when you had this, when did you start?
So ithele ithi ukuze maliphelele phapha misibuya ngapha ingakheshwa bese zoba le
cutter out njengale Hellcat.
cutter out kuthiwa angeke uzulu ishintshe Twitter states facing or the t-shirt out but it's not to be prepared so body mass is
Good. US Trucks is befokt. Ik hoop julle weet dit. So the 6.4 motor is out of the Jeep, and basically what we've got to do now is make the Hellcat motor fit. To do that, we're going to definitely need to move the steering box on the Jeep. It interferes with the alternator on the layout of the Hellcat motor. So we're going to have to move that steering box down and also move one of the cross members.
Alright, so we're just sorting out the last few things on the engines. Then we'll take the steering boxes out and do a test fit to see where we can place them. And then, yeah, all's good.
And you might have to change the engine mountings as well.
Engine mountings as well as the alternator, and then find a new place for the steering box.
Cool.
We're just checking, the steering box has to be twisted. So we're checking for the arms of the wheels on the angles and facing for the steering box.
Show me here.
So when the steering box changes, this bar is going to change the angle that this joint is at.
Okay.
So we're trying to see where we can put the steering box so that this joint stays parallel with that one.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So this here will change and this joint here will change.
Cool. All right.
Yes, no, for sure. We have a 10.
But I have, you remember the other one, that one? You said I must try to keep it.
Yes. So you're going to do exactly the same thing. So we'll have to cut it out square on the one side, and the other side cut round. Just fill it in again.
Because if you see this one, how is it?
Yeah. So instead of that, we're going to do this. And then obviously we need to take this off, but I'm sure David made us a template for this, where the holes must be for the holes. We need to find that template.
Because I remember this other thing needs to be down.
I'm sure we made a template. Also where to draw the holes.
And also here, we drop this and what is this?
Sure, we have to put these brackets. You know, why I'm asking is also that next week the track is very nice. This way. Next week.
Tell us what you're doing. You must tell what you're doing.
I'm taking this bracket out. This one. It's going to that side. It's moving here. Got this one.
Oh yeah. So you're removing it.
Yeah, I'm removing it.
What are you doing?
It's now, we're going to cut that cross. We're going to move it to front, and then we must take this steering box because we need to move it.
Are you going to turn it here?
Forward, yeah. The things we're going to do as now.
Hey guys, okay, so Friday afternoon, and we've had quite a productive week at US Trucks. We've started stripping both the cars. As you've seen in some of the videos, we've pulled the whole Hellcat apart, taken the drivetrain out of it, pulled Dylan's Jeep apart, and now we've got to move the engine mountings. There's quite a few other things that's got to change, like I've explained, and it's been quite productive. I think we've achieved what we wanted to achieve. We've started the car before we stripped it, and we know that everything works. So we're ready to move forward, and I think next week is a more challenging week because we've got to move quite a lot of the engine mountings and all those things like I've explained. So it's a bit more precise. You know, what we've done this week was quite easy. It's just pull it apart, and that basically achieves quite a lot, and it looks like it's done a lot, but I think next week will be more intricate and a lot more work to do. So guys, keep following us, and let's see how this build pans out. I think it's going to be very interesting once this starts up and we're finished.